Assalamu alaikum to everybody. Today I just want to make a short video on the comparisons between Hebrew and Arabic, specifically the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, the standard Hebrew alphabet, and the 28 letters of the Arabic alphabet. So without further ado, the Hebrew alphabet reads from right to left just like Arabic, and that's the letter Alif. It says Alif, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. Alif, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. The letter Ha, or He, as it's pronounced, Alif, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He. Then it's the letter Waw, so that's my thoughts there. Waw, Zayin, Chet. Now the letter Chet, you can see, it joins to the line, whereas the letter He is separated. Tet, Chet, Tet, then Yud. So Alif, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, Waw, Zain, Chet, Tet, Kaf, then Lamid. So Mem, Noon, Samak, and Pe. The Hebrew alphabet has a P sound. Zadi, Kuf, Resh, Sheen. And notice the Nikud, the Dagesh is on the right hand side. If the Dagesh is on the left, it is pronounced Seen. And the final letter of the Hebrew alphabet is Tav. We also to draw your attention to the similarities and differences between some of the letters. For example, A, the line is not connected. Chet, the line is connected. And Sheen, if the Dagesh is on the right, is pronounced Sheen. If the Dagesh is on the left, is pronounced Seen. 3 letters, the final tail is bent. That makes it a Tav, and that's the Chet. And we're going to go over some of the letters again in a bit slightly more detail. Just a basic intro to the Hebrew alphabet. Now, inshallah, I hope to make more videos of this nature between the similarities between Arabic grammar, Hebrew grammar, Aramaic grammar, inshallah, biblical Greek, and so on. And before anybody asks, alhamdulillah, I am a Muslim, but I've learned the language of the Anbiya. Allah Ta'ala, He gave me the ability and the tawfiq to learn the language of the Anbiya, alhamdulillah. So any questions, please leave your comments below, and please, if you could leave a like, it would be much appreciated. Inshallah, I hope to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum everybody. Hope you're all well. Okay, in this lesson, in this video, we're going to be looking at the similarities specifically with the Hebrew letters and with the Arabic letters. Now, just a word of notice, the letters which you see, they're written in modern standard Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew had a different they had the same letters, but it was written in a different calligraphy. Now, last lesson, or in the last video, we talked about this, it's called a Dagesh. In Arabic, there is something similar called a nukta, a dot which determines how the letter is pronounced. Now, I'm going to be using different colors because I think it's a nice learning aid to be using different colors. So the first letter in Hebrew is Alif. And the first letter in Arabic, I'm going to use a green color for the Arabic, is also Alif. Okay, notice there's no diacritical marks on there, no declensions, no vowel sounds, anything. That's an important point. So Alif, Bet, which in Arabic is a letter Ba. I'm sorry, I'm writing this sideways so it's not come out very straight. Let's try that again. The letter Ba, that's a Dagesh, that's a Dagesh. If you turn this around, it's a letter Ba in Arabic. And so now, the important thing here is that between the letter Bet and the letter Gimel, there's an additional letter, which is that. It's the Bet without the Dagesh. It's pronounced a Vet, a V sound, a Vet. A Gimel, I would say it's similar to a G sound, which in Arabic would be a letter Gain. A Dalet would be a letter Dal. Okay, so we have our first 5 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. and the first 4 letters of the Arabic alphabet. Now, the vet, you may say it sounds like a wow, Arabic letter wow, but it's different, and I will come to that shortly. Now, remember, alif, bet, this is a Hebrew alif bet. Alif, ba, gan, dal, alif, bet, vet, gimel, dalet. Also, for those of us who've learned some Greek, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Okay, so the remaining letters, you have he, waw, zayin, chet. So he, the Arabic he, ha, the Arabic ha, waw, the Arabic waw, zayin is similar to the Arabic za, chet, ha. So alif, alif, bet, ba, gimel, again, dalet, dal, he, ha, waw, waw, zayin, za, chet, kha. So tet, yud, kaf, lamed, mem, noon, samak, ain. So if you look at the similarities, tet will be similar to a ta sound. Yud will be similar to a ya sound. Kaf, which is very, very obvious in my opinion, is a kaf. Lamed, lam. Mem, mim. Noon, noon. Samak, samak, sword. Ain, ain. So lam, mim, noon, sword. Lam, mim, noon, sword, ain. Ta, ya, kaf, lam, mim, noon, sword, ain. Tet, yud, kaf, lamed, mem, noon, samak, ain. So the remaining letters, pe, zadi, kuf, resh, sheen, tav. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that if the dagesh is placed in the center of the pe, becomes a fe, becomes a fe sound. Zadi, kuf, resh, sheen, and the sheen, if the dagesh is placed on the left, it becomes a seen sound. So the pe, there is no equivalent in the Arabic language. Fe is a letter fa. Zadi, I would say zadi is like a dha. Kuf, letter qaf. Resh is very obvious, is ra. Sheen, sheen, and seen. And the tav, I would say similar to a ta sound. Now, obviously, I'm not a native Hebrew speaker, so obviously some of the pronunciations may be a bit off. My apologies to everybody for that. But we can see the similarities between the alphabets and the sounds of the letters. So that brings us to the end of this video. Now, if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up or give it a like and subscribe. And if you don't like the video, give it a like anyway and make everybody happy. Now, people have asked me about myself, who I am, why I'm doing this, where I learned it from. So inshallah, I hope to make an individual video based just around that. So if you have any questions, please put them forward into the comments. And inshallah, I hope to take it further. Now, in the next video, I hope to look at the harakat, the Hebrew nikud or nikudot, as it's called in modern Hebrew. It's equivalent to the harakat and the Arabs in Arabic writing. So inshallah, if you have any questions, please leave them below, and I hope to see you next time. So take care, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Hope everybody is well. Inshallah, today we will be continuing our lessons in the Hebrew alphabet and the comparisons between Hebrew and Arabic. So inshallah, we shall begin. So in Arabic, the diacritical marks in Arabic are called harakat, and if the diacritical mark is at the end of the word in Arabic, it's called i'rab, the declension. Inshallah, we'll go into further detail in later videos. So how we were taught in maktab when we were children was zabar, zer, pesh, do zabar, do zer, do pesh, khara zabar, khara zer, ulta pesh, Jazm, Tashdid, Chota Mad, Baramad. That's how we were taught. Now, it could be said in different ways. You say Kharizabar and so on. So the Arabic method is Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma, Fathatain, Kasratain, Dhammatain. These are mud. Okay, they're called mud asli or mud, muddilin and so on. Again, we will discuss that in further videos. Sakin or Sukun. In modern day Arabic, they also use that symbol. Tashdid, Mad Sagir, Mad Kabir, also known as Mad Munfasil, Mad Muttasil. Now, in Hebrew, a similar system exists in Hebrew, which is formulated between the 6th and 7th century BCE. Sorry, 6th and 7th century CE. So in Hebrew, the harakat are called nikud. In modern Hebrew, some Hebrews, they say nikudot. I say nikud. Okay, so the reason it's written in this format is, that is the letter Alif. If I use any of those symbols, diacritics, harakat, I place them above the word like this, dozabar, or fathatain, dhammatain, and so on. All of those go below the letter, below the word, below the letter. This is just the alif. With any diacritical mark above or below it, it's called a hamza. It's called a hamza. So, for example, this is a alif. The alif with any harakat, any diacritical mark above or below it is called a hamza. Now, a similar system exists in Hebrew, which is put together and formulated in the 6th and 7th century CE. They call nikud or nikudot. That's what we're going to look at now and look at the comparisons. Now, it should be borne in mind that Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic, the biblical languages, the ancient biblical languages, the classical Arabic languages, did not use harakats. The people at the time were experts in their own language, and they could read it or recite it or say it or speak it without the need of harakat. Modern day Hebrew, modern day printed Hebrew, and modern day Arabic does not use diacritics in this way unless it's for calligraphy purposes. So in English, we have the 5 vowels is A, E, I, O, U, and they're said in a phonic method. So these harakat represents the vowel sound. So if, for example, alif, fatha, alif, kasra, E, alif, dhamma, U. And they can be short vowels or long vowels or reduced vowels. Now today, for today's video, I want to concentrate the vowel sounds for the letter A in Hebrew and the nikud that go with the A sound, the sound. So let's begin. Okay, so in Hebrew, as far as my knowledge is, all of the diacritics, the nikud, go below the letter, unlike Arabic where they have harakat above the letter. This is called the hataf, patah. This is called the patah, kamats, and kamats Malay. Now, kamats Malay is actually slightly smaller. It will be like this. Now, to give you an example from our previous videos, if you've been looking, we read the previous videos. For example, the letter alif in Hebrew, if it has these diacritical marks below it, for example, like kamats, with alif, kamats, or it could be said ah. Now this is a reduced vowel. Now short and long vowel sounds in Hebrew nikud. So that's basically what I would like the viewers to practice for the next lesson. Now in the following videos, inshallah, we will hope to go over the other vowel sounds and other symbols in the Hebrew nikud system. Okay, so now the comparison. A fine Hebrew reader, expert reciter of Hebrew, will know the differences between the patah and the kamats. It takes an expert to know that. Now, modern day Hebrew doesn't much differentiate much between that. So this is similar to the fatha, the zabar in Arabic. They would say, for example, you say the letter ba, fatha, ba. The phonic sound is ba. Here, if you said the letter bet, you can say, for example, a patah, you'll be bet, patah, b. The kamats, you change that to a kamats, it would be bet, kamats, b. Now there is a slight difference between the pronunciation and the sound. Where some of the Hebrew rabbis who recite the Torah would say it's a ba, it's similar to a kharazabar. That's a very detailed subject within itself. The reason we've done this today is these are the beginning nikud which represent the a vowel sound. Now we're going to look at how to apply the hataf patah, the patah, the kamats, and the kamats malay. How we apply these to the letters of Hebrew and how it will change the letters to sounds. Today we're only going to look at patah and kamats. These will come to further on in future videos. The reason we're only going to concentrate on the patah and the kamats for today is these will come to further videos, and also because the sounds are similar. There is like I mentioned, there is a slight difference, but for our purposes of beginning Hebrew, it should suffice. So a quick rundown of the Hebrew letters: Alif, Bet, Vet, Gimel, Dalat, He, Waw, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samak, Ain, Fe, Pe, Zadi, Kuf, Resh, Shin, Sin, Tav. A patah is a straight line below the letter. The patah produces a sound. It's an a vowel. If you look at the diacritics, Nikud. So alif, patah, bet, patah, b, vet, patah, v, gimel, patah, g, dalat, patah, d. So let's have a look at it now with the phonic sounds only and not reading the letters and the nikud together. So the sounds would be b, v, g, d, h, w, z, kh, t, y, k, l, m, n, s, a, p, f, z, q, r, sh, s, t. Okay then, so we've had our third lesson in the basics of Hebrew. Now, I am not a native speaker of Hebrew, as you can see, but I hope you've been practicing. Leave your comments in the comment section below and hope to see you in the next video. Take care everybody. Wassalamu alaikum. Lahitra out. Assalamu alaikum again everybody. Now today we're going to be carrying on with our Hebrew lessons. We're going to have another lesson today on Hebrew vowels. Now if you haven't done so already, please check out the previous videos before you see this one. So let's begin. Okay, so last lesson we looked at the A vowel, which makes a ah sound. The two nikud symbols that give the ah sound are the patah and the kamats. Now we covered the patah in the previous video. At a later video to concentrate solely on the kamats. For now, I just want you to know that the patah and the kamats, for now, they both make the ah sound. Today, we're going to be looking at the e vowel, which makes the eh sound. Now, the two nikud symbols, which go with the e sound, the eh sound, are, they are the nikud symbol sigol and the nikud symbol zeri. Zeri might sound familiar to the Arab speakers or to the people of the Indo-Pak continent because it sounds like a zer. The sigol and the zeri, they both work to give an eh sound. The sigol is known to be a short vowel. I'm going to write that in brackets. It's a short vowel, and the zeri is called a long vowel. Now we'll come on to more about that in later videos. Today, we're going to be looking at how to pronounce the Hebrew letters with these Nikud, with these diacritics. So let's begin. So here we have the three Hebrew letters, Alif, Mem, Tav. Alif is the first Hebrew letter, Tav is the last Hebrew letter. How do we pronounce these letters when we have the Sigol or the Zeri underneath it? So here, if you place the Sigol underneath these three letters, we should keep in mind that the Sigol and the Zeri makes the sound, like as in the word let, the E in the word English word let, and let him go. So that's an important word to remember. So you would be at Alif, Sigol, Mem, Sigol, Me, Tav, Sigol, Te. So that's how we pronounce Hebrew letters with the Sigol Nikud, the Sigol diacritic. Now let's look at how we pronounce the Hebrew letters with the Zeri. So again, we start from right to left, and the Zeri is just two dots underneath the letter. Alif, Zeri, Mem, Zeri, Me, Tav, Zeri, Te. Now I know when I'm speaking, it sounds like a sound. That's just my natural accent. You shouldn't have a H at the end. Now, a way to remember the sound is like the way the letter E is pronounced in the word let. So let, that's an important word to remember, the English word let, because the sound in the word let, et, that's how the Zeri and the Sigol are pronounced. So remember, Sigol, short E vowel, and Zeri, long E vowel. Okay, so now let's practice some Hebrew words and let's begin to improve and build on our Hebrew vocabulary using the letters and the Nikud. So this is a letter. Those of you who watched the previous video should be able to say that's the letter He. This is a letter Resh. Now this is a Nikud, the diacritic that goes underneath the He. And do you even know what that is called? It's called a Patah. Well done. It's a short A valve. So it's read He, Patah, Resh, Har. Okay, Har is a Hebrew word for mountain. Har is a Hebrew word for mountain. So that's our first word we've learned today in Hebrew using the Nikud Patah. So that concludes our lesson today regarding the Hebrew Nikud and the Hebrew diacritics. And we've also learned some new Hebrew words. Now, many viewers have made some very kind comments towards these videos, and some subscribers and viewers have asked me to make some videos on Arabic and how to use the Hansware Arabic to English dictionary, because there is a whole methodology that goes with that. So inshallah, I hope to make some videos on that. Stay tuned to this channel. And also, we have also made some science videos, some basic science videos for those students who are currently maybe taking the exams. And if you are not taking the exams, you'll still find them useful. So until we meet again, wa alaikum assalam, lahit ra'ut. Assalamu alaikum everybody. Okay, it's good to see you all again. Okay, today inshallah we're going to be carrying on with our biblical Hebrew series. Okay, now we're going to be looking at another Nikudot. If you don't know what that is, look at our previous videos and inshallah you will be updated on that. So without further ado, last lesson we looked at what we call Zeri, which is this Nikud. We looked at the Patah, how to pronounce these. So for those of you who've been following the video, so Alif, Zeri, A, Bet, Kamatz, Ba, okay? Or Bet, Kamatz, Ba. We'll come on to the different pronunciation of the letters in a later series. So today we're looking at the third Nikudot, which is a Hirik. Hirik is the I sound, and when it's placed underneath a letter, it makes an E sound. So this would be Gimel, Hirik, Gi. It works in the same manner a Kasra would, i.e. a Zair would in Arabic, even though the Arabs do not use a Zair terminologies for the Indo-Pak speakers. So if you were to place a Hirik underneath all of these letters, how would go at what you think the pronunciation will be? So Alif, Hirik, E, Bet, Hirik, B, Gimel, Hirik, D, Dalet, Hirik, D, He, Hirik, He, Waw, Hirik, We. Okay, now here I'm only going to give you the letters and then code, and I want you to make the sounds. Zain, khirik, khed, khirik, tet, khirik, yud, khirik, kaf, khirik, lamed, khirik, mem, khirik, noon, khirik, samad, khirik, ain, khirik, pe, khirik, zadi, khirik, kuf, khirik, resh, khirik, sheen, khirik, tav, khirik. So now we've learned a third Nicode symbol now and the pronunciation of the phonics of the letters. Please go back through all of the videos, inshallah, and practice the sounds and the letters and the symbol recognition of the letters. Practice writing the letters out, and inshallah leave your comments down below in the comment section. So until next time people, Assalamu alaikum.